Oh, hold on. YouTube, I'm getting on Let's Go Help 2, and I want to get the report up to the members of Let's Go Help 2, and I'll put it um in the description in YouTube, but I have to finish the YouTube. I could only do it, I only know how to do it when I finish it, and then I'll put it in the YouTube description. But here it is in the chat for for members of Let's Go Help, okay? So I'm gonna put that all in here so members can get all the links and everything. Uh, and that's, yeah, I mean, if you look at the Biden, I mean, this may be Biden's last hurrah this year, right? But he's got a bunch of programs they put in that'll probably be here for a long time. And particularly, and some of them are just starting now. So some of them are just starting in 2024. So this is the only time you'll see it, but they passed the law a year or two ago. So let me run through this so you know what these programs are. And I say, if you're watching this on Let's Go Help 2, I have all the links in the chat. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put it in the description. So even if you don't pay me, you already paid for these programs with your taxes. So that's why I think everybody should have these. I shouldn't have to be doing this at all, to tell you the truth. But I do. And that's why maybe I feel a little guilty if I'm actually making a profit at it. And that's why we give our profits back to members. So if you're so kind to join us, and if we make a profit from that membership, then we're giving it back, and we're up to $75,000 every month to do that. Okay, let me go through these programs so you know them. Okay, first one is about job training, and it's to get $40,000 or even more, because what the new programs that Biden has for job training will pay for living expenses, daycare, transportation, all these kinds of things. And it's really aimed at people without a degree. And I'm sure you can get, if you have a degree, you should apply for it anyway. Remember, don't exclude yourself from anything. You don't know for sure what the program requires until you get the information about the program. Even if you get the information from me, don't trust me. Don't trust anybody on the internet. Don't trust anybody except the people giving out the money in the program. And also, in looking for programs, don't trust, don't assume because you called one person about a program and they said there's no such thing, that there is no such thing. You have to call many people to find it, okay? And that's what counts it. So I give you the information. The links in the bottom about this are information and samples of the program. Like I show you a sample of the program, they'll pay you an hour to learn, get a training certificate for a few months, and then you get a job for $25 or $30 an hour, okay? Now, the way to find these kind of programs, you have to find a bunch of them, and you want to go, one is your careeronestop.org, and you don't just go on their website and look, you can call and make an appointment, okay? They're the people who have a lot of these programs, okay? And it's different in every city. So even if somebody says, oh, I got it here, or they said there's no thing, no, you have to keep going, baby. I mean, that's the only way you will live. And then the other places, go to your local community college. Call them up, make an appointment with a counselor. Hey, I got a shitty job. I want to improve my lot in life. What can you do for me? They're there to do that, and they got a lot of extra money to make sure that happens. And if that doesn't work, then the third place you go to is findhelp.org. Okay, findhelp.org, and you put in job training, and like when I do that where I live, I get 60 or 70 programs, sometimes 100 programs that give free job training for you without the skills you need to compete in the society, to get these skills for free. And many of these actually give you living expenses and all kinds of other expenses to help you get through. Okay, so that's one of the programs. The other one is free dental care for adults with no dental insurance. Okay, I have a listing of there, particularly people with low income. There's a lot more programs for that. The White House has, I have a link there. the Biden program on that. Now, it runs a little funky and differently or whatever. So what I have here in the description is the Medicaid problem, because that's Medicaid is health care for low income, and what they're doing, expanding that so it includes dental for a lot of people. Okay, now the other way to get more help with dental, free dental, and I get free dental. I mean, this is absurd, and I gave them a Christmas gift because of it. But I was eligible for it because I'm such an old fart. And but here, you go to needy, NEEDY, MEDS.org. Needy, NEEDY, MEDS.org. Okay, and you look for dental. You'll find dental clinics and other places. There's all kinds of things. There's nonprofit organizations that organize dentists to do it for free, and they put you on a list together. So don't give up on getting dental care, because you called 3 people and they say no such thing. No, it's like, if you go to 3 places to get a job and they say no, you gonna think there's no jobs for you? No, that's crazy. You can't do that. So you have to, so that's dental care. Okay, this is a bonanza if you have a student debt and you don't have much money. Biden put so many new rules into student debt because he couldn't get them. He had a law that was going to just forgive $10,000 to $20,000, and the Congress stopped that, took him to court, and they said he couldn't do it. So he didn't do that, but he found other ways. I mean, it's a game. He found other ways to do it. So now you could pay $0 a month on your student debt and then get the whole thing forgiven after a number of years. I think it's 10 or 20 or something like that. Also, so there's more ways to get it forgiven. If you went to a college that said they promised you a good job and you didn't get shit after you got your degree, or you didn't even finish it or whatever, you get those forgiven. There's a lot of ways to get your student debt forgiven, or get your payments down to 0 and then get it all forgiven. And I got the links of that in this report. I have the links to everything I'm talking about that will be in the description if you're watching this on YouTube, or in the chat on Let's Go Help 2. And if not, then one of the Let's Go Help 2 navigators will certainly help you. These are the people now, the members that are helping members. They go on live like I am now, and they're just so wonderful people to do this and to help other people and care for people and grow your heart. And that's what I hope they do, because it does for us. It does for me. Every time I help somebody, my heart grows. And I'm trying to get other people to realize that and do that too. Okay. Now here's another big one for Biden. It's $14,000 grant for home repairs. And this is part of the Inflation Reduction Act. And this is available at your state level. So what you do, I have links there describing the program. And the links are in there. If not, then call our navigators, contact them, and we'll help you find them. But the navigators, the way to do it, you have to keep an eye out. They pop up live. So on the top of Let's Go Help, you'll see like mine. You see me up there if you're online now to see that I'm live. So that's a $14,000 grant. It's your State Department of Energy. So you could call up 211. Call 211 and say you're looking for your State Department of Energy. And when you do that, what you're looking for is the Inflation Reduction Act grants for home appliances, okay? So you get $14,000 worth of home repair stuff. Okay, now here's an interesting thing Biden's doing. People with criminal records, they're trying to get you money for a business, eliminate check the block when you go for a job and for government jobs and all this stuff. So they did a lot of work because we have so many people are ex-offenders in this country. We have more people in jail than anybody else in the world. And that's true, I think, even Russia. That's a big business in this country. So what he said, now there's a program at the SBA for people like this who can't get money anywhere else to give you $50,000 with no collateral. $50,000 to start a business, no collateral, okay? And it really is It's a target program. Expands the SBA pilot program targeting access to capital for underserved. That's what you're called now. An ex-felon is now called underserved. That means you don't get good help at a restaurant, maybe. You're underserved. The servers don't serve you well, right? Okay. Now here's another interesting Biden did. And this, you get help at the consumerfinance.gov. And this is about overdraft fees and anybody else who screws over on your money. You know, they take advantage of you. You don't think it's fair or whatever. Consumerfinance.gov, you go there, you complain, and they investigate, okay? Now, this is better than having a high-priced lawyer, because a high-priced lawyer could just sue the company, and their lawyers are probably better than any lawyers you and I would get. But here, if you call the government and have them go after your bank, your credit card, your student loan person, or your automobile loan people, or any of those people, man, they're shaking in their boots, because this government agency could put them out of business. They're more powerful than any lawyer on planet Earth, because no lawyer on planet Earth could put a company out of business like the government can, because they get permission to be in business from the government. So they don't want to screw around with that, okay? That's very important to know that. Consumerfinance.gov, one of the best agencies we have, and anybody, these payday loan people and things like that, you want to get back at all these people, that's where you go. Payday loan or your credit card people waltz you around, you go to consumerfinance.gov, okay? Now, Biden also put together something, particularly for seniors, on prescription drugs, where you're going to save $800 a year on prescription drugs. Now, everybody's loaded up with drugs. This is why these are the most popular businesses in our country, because they make the most money. Why? Because the government pays it. See, every millionaire in this country knows that to become a billionaire, they have to use the government. So that's why, and to me, and this is not scientific data at all, I feel the government spends more money on helping millionaires become billionaires instead of helping people who are in poverty and really need the goddamn money. And we say that's wrong, but it's right if I'm helping you become a billionaire. What the fuck is this? I thought when we have a community, and we're supposed to help each other in the community, not try to rip people off more. Well, that's the downside of capitalism. There's a good side too. I enjoy it. So make sure you see that list, start applying, check who's naughty, check who's nice, and apply to the ones. And even apply twice. That's another thing. You could apply 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Doesn't matter. Don't assume that you think you know anything. I've been studying this for 48 years, and I keep realizing I don't know bupkis, because the rules keep changing. So you go out, you talk to the people giving out the money. They're the only people who you could trust. They know the rules, maybe. And then what you do is you get the fine print, you read it, and you find a loophole. I remember I was early in my career, I was doing the Letterman a lot. I don't know how many times I was on there. I was on a bunch of times. They'd call me when somebody canceled. And that was, I always heard, who am I substituting for? And things like that. And I must have been on at least a half a dozen times. A young guy, a teenager up in Boston saw me because I was telling him about starting a lawnmower business. And he said, that's what he wanted to do. So he went to the Department of Agriculture, who really more or less gives money for people in small towns, rural areas. And what he did is showed them the law, and this kid's 16 years old, that is for people who want to start lawnmower businesses, and that's what he wanted. And they gave him the money. So he got a couple $1,000 to buy lawnmowers and put himself through college. college. Yeah, so that is well, I had so much fun talking to you guys. I thought, oh, I see Michelle's going to be on at 7 o'clock tonight, so that's about 2 hours. So Michelle's one of our navigators. How do you like that word, Michelle? A Let's Go Help navigator, huh? Yeah, Let's Go Help navigator, 7 p.m., okay? It's so awesome. Let's Go Help is able to help so many people. Sure can. I'll post my Zoom link too. Thank you, Megan. Can you post this in Let's Go too? I just did, I think. Oh, I see what you mean. Uh, I guess. Where would it make sense to post? I don't even know. I don't use it as a member. Where would I do it? You know what I mean? Well, I'll cut and paste it after this, and I'll put it in the, the beginning section of this thing, whatever you call that. Oh, please. I'm so stupid and old. I'm sorry. But it's sort of interesting to be stupid and old because you don't care. Younger people care. I just want to contribute and help, and I know it helps. So I'll put up with the with the abuse or the fact that I can't work as I used to, and that's fine. I'm just going to keep doing it. We're all not as good as we used to be. And that's why I feel, I was talking this morning about how one thing I could keep growing is my heart. And that's loving people, helping people. And I just want to do that and help other people, particularly navigators, to learn how your heart will expand as you help people too. And that's one muscle you could keep growing forever. And I need to apply today. It's a very simple. Oh, what's that, Megan? What application is that? Oh, the Survey Monkey. Oh, okay. Don't know what that is. Medium. I'll have to take a look. Yes, and that's it. Yeah, anybody has an idea for something other people may find interesting, put it up there. Put it up there. It's not only us that will give, tips and sources. You all, I mean, you're the backbone of this in my mind. The nonprofit founders need to apply. It's very simple application. It ends midnight tonight. Ends tonight, 11:59. Ooh, good. Well, did you write something up on it, Megan, and put a post on it? And I'll put a post on for this. I usually put videos. See, that's a normal post, but I'll put a post. Okay, Michelle? Because if that's easier for you to use it, I want to make it easier for you because you're helping so many people do this, and they're, if you want to cut and paste from on top too of the chat, see I have all the sources on the chat up on top. Okay, that's good. Okay, oh Michelle, love you too. I just love having you give me a chance to help. I'm not stupid and old. Hey. Deborah, you're kind to say that, but I know him. Please send me the information regarding, okay, it is, it's up in the link up there for that. I'll see if I can get it here. Let's see, where are we? Where am I? Oh, yeah, okay. That's the White House. It's in item number 8, okay? In the Let's Go Meta Grant report, item number 8, and you'll see, here it is. Yeah, here's the appliances thing. I'll put that all in here. Okay, here it is. Okay, So there it is on the $14,000 for home repair and how to find your state office of energy, okay? Okay, guys, I hope, okay, Wanda, thank you so much. My heart is, you guys open my heart so much. It is just the nicest comfort I can ever get. So I appreciate it so much, and thank you. And you have a good evening, Michelle, and open your heart to as many people as you can. We all need that, and that's what's important, I think, but I'm biased and old, so don't trust me. See y'all soon. Oh, you can't figure out how to get a member. You have to ask a question. Then that's the way we help you, Jerry. So go on Let's Go, and ask a question. I mean, that's why. See, I was live on Let's Go Help too, and this is where we ask questions. Also on Facebook. Go on there and just tell us what you need money for. That's the only way we can help you. We got to know what you need. Okay. Okay. I'll see you guys soon. Got to run. Okay. Thank you.